Picking a domain name, it's part art, it's part science, and in this video I'm going to share with you 8 tips on how to pick a memorable domain name. Hey fellow dadpreneurs, Adam Dukes here, and in this video we're going to talk about domain names. A lot of people overthink this and overanalyze it, and I don't want you to spend 3 months coming up with a domain name. However, it is important, and I do want you to think about it, just not too much time, because it is important. A lot of times your domain name is going to be your business name. Not all the time, of course. I have a few domain names that aren't businesses or anything like that, but you want to, there's some certain criteria to follow, and I bought my first domain in February of 2010. It was called Sin City Trifecta. It was a sports blog, sports, Vegas, and women blog. That was the trifecta. It never really went anywhere. It was a blog that I was consistent with for about 3 years, actually, until Ava was born, and then I had to put that dream to bed. I published 1,000+ blog posts on that thing, and that got my start into how to use WordPress, how to put out content consistently. It taught me a lot, so I don't regret any of it. I didn't make a single penny on the damn website. It was a hobby project. It was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun with it. But anyway, so over the years, I've learned a few things of what to do when picking a domain name and certainly what not to do. So I'm going to share those with you. So number one is try to stick with the .com. It's just easier. That's what everybody defaults to. Now, I haven't always followed this rule, but I'd say 90% of my domains follow that rule, the .com. Years ago, I picked up neversettle.co. I got the bracelets, Never Settle. I ordered like 300 of those. That was going to be a free plus shipping. It never, I didn't do really much with it. So that was the one instance, but a lot of people would say .com, and I'd say, no, .co, and then they'd forget, I'd love to own the domain neversettle.com. So try to stick with the .com if you can. It's not always possible, of course, because those are prime real estate, but try to stick with it if you can. Come up with a different wording in that. Tip number 2 is a lot of people talk about putting keywords in your domain. Now, I'm not a big believer in that. I don't think there's a right or a wrong, but it's not nearly as important. Years and years ago, kind of like in the yellow pages, everyone would come up with their business name, AAA towing, AAA lawyer, AAA ice cream, AAA pizza, so they'd come up very front of the yellow pages, and that's kind of the thinking with put a keyword in the domain as you would rank on Google. Well, now that there's millions and millions, maybe even, I don't know if there's a billion URLs out there, but a keyword's not going to make that much of a difference. So I don't think it's a must. Some people do teach that it is important to have it in the domain name, but I don't think it's a must. It's kind of personal preference. It's certainly up to you. So tip number 3 is try to keep it short. I am a sucker for 2-word domain names. I just love 2-word domain names. They're hard to find a 2-word domain with a .com, but they make it easy to memorize. So try to keep it 2 to 3 words. Not only easy to memorize, but also easy to spell. I'm going to share an example with you here in a second that I didn't follow that rule, and it was a pain in the ass because I'd always have to spell it out to the person. Number 4 is I am obsessed with alliteration. So what is alliteration? It's like so Mickey Mouse, M&M, is alliteration. Coca-Cola, Hungry Howie's, Donald Duck, Dunkin' Donuts, Best Buy, American Airlines, PayPal, Bed Bath & Beyond, Range Rover, Weight Watchers, just to name a few. There is a reason those huge multi-million, billion-dollar companies use alliteration. It's because it makes it memorable. So over the years, I've had a few. I've followed that, the alliteration. I didn't even know what the hell alliteration was when I was doing it. I just liked the sound of it. So the first one in 2012, I started with Social Synergy. However, the SYNERGY was not taken. I called my buddy Harry. I was upset because it was going to be a social media agency back in 2012. This was before it was popular. And I called my buddy Harry, bummed out that the domain wasn't available. And instantly, within about 9 seconds, he said, well, we live in Sin City. Why don't you spell Synergy, SINERGY? I was like, Harry, you're an absolute genius. That domain, that website is still up. It's changed over the years. It was last I updated it was in 2015. It was a real estate marketing blog. Still gets traffic, by the way. Just goes to show how important content marketing is, because I haven't touched that website in over 4 years, let's just say that. So that's the problem, though. I had to spell it to a lot of people. When I would meet people at business networking events, I would spell it, and I would say it out, and they would say, Social Synergy, oh, okay. And then I'd say, well, it's S-I-N, and then you kind of look at me like, that's not how you spell synergy. So back to that spelling thing, make sure it's easy not only to memorize, but also easy to spell. Back in 2015, I sold these things called, I don't have them around, called kendamas. And so the brand that I built on Amazon, or I attempted to build, I should say, was called Crazy Kendamas, for K and K. So there's another example of alliteration. I had a jewelry store in 2015, 2016 that did really well with Shopify called Snazzy Silver. My target market was 50 women in their 50s, 50 and 60s. Snazzy was a word that they used back in the day, so it ended up, I kind of accidentally fell into that one, but it ended up working out really, really well. Another one, I had a Shopify store called foreverfido.com. It was obviously about dogs. And then the next one was a Shopify store that didn't last long.
That's what she said.
I miscalculated some things called Red Zone Rugs. It was NFL and NCAA college football rugs. I didn't take into the factor that shipping rugs is extremely expensive, and my margins were like razor thin. So that lasted about 6 weeks, and I sold the store. So those are some examples that I've used in the past with alliteration. If you can do it, do it. Obviously, Total Dads right now is not alliteration. I tried to find one. Dedicated Dads was one I wanted. It wasn't available. The next one is avoid hyphens. I've used hyphens over the years, and mainly to try to get keywords in there, and it's a pain in the ass if you're trying to tell someone with hyphens and that. Not many people default to using hyphens between words, so try to avoid hyphens. Number 7 is make it brandable, and you can make it brandable. Google isn't a real word. YouTube isn't a real word. Facebook isn't a real word. Snapchat isn't a real word. So make it brandable. Come up with something and own that word or that phrase or that. Total Dads. A lot of people are like, what is Total Dads? And as I'm editing the video, I totally forgot to mention, here is my license plate. I got the Total Dads license plate last summer, I think it was. I got the car in July. I think it was in August sometime. So got the Total Dads license plate. People ask, some people ask what it means. Some people pick it up. They're like, Total Dads, what is that? But some ask, TTL Dads, what is that? So that's how committed I am. I went out and got the damn license plate for Total Dads. Truth be told, this tool that I'm about to share with you, back in June of 2019, just last June, I was looking for a domain name on this tool, and I was searching dads. I wanted something dads. Again, I wanted something with a D because I wanted alliteration. Nothing popped out at me. Total Dads popped out, and I thought, oh man, I love 2-word domains. Total Dads, even a 3rd grader could spell that and remember it. And I thought, maybe there's something there. So I went to bed that night, tried to go to bed that night. I tossed and turned, trying to think of ideas for the whole Total Dads thing. And I ended up waking up the next morning, purchasing the domain, and not really having a clue what I was going to do with it. Kind of started a Shopify store. It's not really what I wanted to do with it even then, though. Now it's kind of transformed into a dad's blog on how to help them increase their mindset, their health, their relationships, and their wealth. 4 things that I try to work on every single day with my little trusty sheet here, and something that all dads, I feel, need to work on. The 4 pillars of life. So the last tip is using a domain name generator. There's quite a few of them out there. I'm sure, I don't know if this is the best one. This is the one I like using. It's called Name Mesh, and I will put a link down below. And let's dive right in, and I'll kind of show you how Name Mesh works. All right, so here we are in Name Mesh. Again, there'll be a link down below. It's just namemesh.com. Let's say I wanted to create another website around dads. I would you can type in multiple words. You could type in 1 word. Type in 3 words if you wanted. So you click dads. They have this Bluehost affiliate link, so just close that out. And then they have these kind of like little sections. Obviously, dads is a pretty popular name, so there's not going to be anything coming up with common. So typically what this does, I'll show you with another keyword. This will show if there's any similar. And then this is typically where I find kind of the gold is in the new. The premiums here, you can see these are for sale. These domains are for sale. And then the price, look at that, buydads.com, $24,000. Hot damn, that is a lot of money for not even that cool of a domain name. Some short ones, some fun ones, extra, and then there's a mix. But again, I like this new, and then you just kind of scroll down, There's nothing there. And then there's SEO. So this is like for ranking in Google. So you just keep scrolling and then it'll kind of fill out as you go down, and you just kind of have to keep scrolling down. Look at that. Nevada dads, $3,000. Huh, interesting. And then you can kind of just go through. So easy dads, you dads, beta dads, Mr. dads, hit dads, try dads. Some pretty, decent 2-word domains. Max dads, that's actually a pretty good one. I like that one. Easy dads, next dads, we went through that. So you could just kind of scroll through dads guru, dads sumo. So I take it back. There are a lot of 2-word domains. Now, some of them don't make sense. dadsegg.com. You could come up with something, maybe you're a dad and you like, you're into keto and you eat eggs. So it's called Dad's Egg. Dad's Free, Dad's Bros, Dad's Bot. You get the point. You kind of just scroll through and just keep scrolling down, and then it'll kind of just keep filling up. Dad's Search, Dad's Cloud, Click Dads. There's quite a few. I probably could have if I look. I think I saw Dad's Life. Sometimes that's kind of when you're scrolling down, they kind of move around and then you kind of lose track of them. So that's kind of how I figure. So let's do a little bit different one. That is let's say Las Vegas. That's probably a bad example. So as you can see, the common ones here. So, interesting, Las Vegas. Okay, so that's LasVegas.us. No, that's not available. So here's the common ones. It'll give you like the different extensions and that, and maybe with some hyphens and that. And then here's the similar ones. Not really that similar from the looks of it. So, there you go. LasVegas.life. That's not bad. Like I said, I like .com, but LasVegas.shop. That's interesting that's available. You can check out the SEO ones, and then let's check out these other ones. LasVegasLight.com, LasVegasPad.com. That's not bad if you were like a real estate agent. Las Vegas Soft, Las Vegas Bits, Las Vegas Base, Las Vegas Egg. For some reason, Egg is available on a lot of these. So you just kind of scroll through and kind of look through, and that's it, really. Just kind of play around with it. Put in a couple phrases. I'm trying to think of anything other phrases I could. Keto diet, let's say. There's probably 0 domains for this thing left. So keto diet, give it some time to kind of think. And then let's scroll down and look for if there's anything keto diet related. I don't really know much of the keto diet. I did it for a while, actually. I did it for a few months and I lost quite a bit of weight, actually. But I like my carbs. So kind of keto diet jar, keto diet egg. Once again, egg is up. I like the 24/7 too, or 360. You can definitely leverage that keto diet 24/7, that's 247's not that, hard to remember, plus, having a good keyword like keto diet. So, that has the keyword in it, like we talked about. Some people recommend that. I don't think it's absolutely, but if you can have it in there, it would certainly help with SEO. However, ranking for keto diet, or any of the, ranking for keto diet, it's going to be quite difficult. But you could certainly rank for some long tail keywords. So, keto diet therapy. So you just kind of, like I said, type in a word, type in 2 words, type in the keyword, and kind of just play around with this and kind of look around and see if you can find any good domain names. I like looking in the SEO, but that's not saying don't look at the mix or the similar or the fun ones. Here's some fun ones. Here's the shorter ones. These are kind of interesting. That would be quite difficult. These ones, keto.diet, I don't think that's available. But pretty cool. So you just kind of play around, and then it looks like you can check click to check social usernames and register. I didn't even, to be completely honest, I didn't even know you could do that. So it pops up. That's pretty cool. Like I said, I didn't even know you could do that. So Twitter, it's available. Facebook, it's available. These are the ones that are available. So you can also check the social profiles. That's pretty cool. I literally just learned that by clicking on it. So try name mesh out. Like I said, don't overthink it. Play around with it. See if you can find some cool, memorable, catchy, easy to spell, easy to memorize domain names. So there you have it, Dadpreneurs, a quick little overview of how to use Name Mesh. Play around with it. It's a fun little tool. Like I said, Total Dads literally came about with that tool. I didn't know what I wanted to do with it, and it took me about 4 months to kind of crystallize what I wanted to do, the message I wanted to get out, and kind of the direction and the route I wanted to take, and I finally have that, and damn, does it feel good. So anyways, those are the 8 tips on how to pick a memorable domain name. If you like these types of videos, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Click that little bell notification because I release videos each and every week for your viewing pleasure. As always, if you have comments, questions, or concerns, please drop them down below. I'll do my absolute best to answer them. If I can't answer them, I'll try to find someone. I'll try to point you in the right direction, find the right resource to help you out. As always, thank you very much for watching. I truly do appreciate it. Thank you.